Dutch ovens, size 10s. Set up, we got Gloria, and then we got my new one, re-seasoned. This will be the third cook in it. This one I have a pre-cut parchment paper. I have it up underneath the trivet, like that. So when I put the pie crust in there to let it bake, when I'm all done, I can lift with the parchment paper, pull the trivet up and everything, and set it down to cook. And then with that one, I have a Lodge 12-inch one. I didn't have any smaller ones. Same thing. Got it set up like that. So we're just getting the coals heated up, and then we'll be ready to drop it on. And then you say, something don't look right, and you're right. This is a flat lid with the basting nipples on it. So that'll sit on there, and then I made this out of some expanded metal. Just goes around the circumference of the inside where this lip is, right in here. And this just sits on here, and that'll allow me to put coals on top without falling off. And then I have them on the 4-way trivets because these don't have legs. They're on the Lodge 4-in-1 lid lifter and lid holder before, but I'm using these B&B charlogs. I've never used them on a Dutch oven, so we're going to try them out. Let's take a look here. They're the B&B charlogs. I've used them a couple times in cooking and in the Weber kettle, but I've not used them as a Dutch oven, so we're going to try them out. See what happens. And it looks like we got some good flames coming out, so I can take probably the ones out of the bottom and go ahead and get the lids heating up, and then and get the pie shells in and go from there. Now I know there's supposed to be a certain mathematical equation on how many coals and stuff, but with these charlogs I really don't know. So we're just kind of winging it. We'll see what happens. I'm going to get some more fired up, I think, for another cook I got going on. But we kind of just put it around the perimeter here. We'll get heated up, and we'll go over here and check out our pie crusts and get those ready to go on while the lid's heating up. All right, so let's do our pie crusts. Now, regular standard 9-inch pie crust, nothing fancy. What we're going to do is we're going to open it up. There's 2 of them, which is fine. We're going to poke holes. Take it out, poke holes in this one. Let's go over to the ovens over there. Set one down in there. That is hot. Set that on like so. Let's give that about, I don't know, 8-10 minutes. Let's do the same to this one. We'll tuck this in just a little bit. a bit. Put this back on. Okay. Let's go make our filling. At this point I realized that the expanded metal thing, although it looks cool, it did not keep the ashes from falling down, so I need to revisit that. Just in case you're wondering, I wasn't sitting on the floor. I've got a thing down there. That's where I put my lids on. Okay, so we're going to start off with 4 eggs. That's what I have. Alright, take out Grandma's whisk. Whisk these up. Okay, now we want to add one and a half cans, the 12-ounce cans, so 1.5 is 1 12-ounce and 1 6-ounce cans of evaporated milk. So a 12-ounce can, and then they have these little shorties. That might have been confusing. What you need is 18 ounces total of evaporated milk. Give that a little stir. Just a teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of ginger. A half a teaspoon of cloves. All right. Get that mixed in. One and a half cups of sugar. So I'm doing a half cup of Splenda. About a half cup of Splenda. A cup of coconut sugar. Okay, let's get that mixed in. You're gonna say, Bear, what in the holy heck, you just ruined the pie. I agree, I might have. But here's what I'm gonna say. I am a type 2 diabetic, and if I can cut back on some of the sugar on my intake for Thanksgiving Day, then so be it. So by testing this out, I will let you know whether or not it's good or not, okay or not. Okay, that's looking real good. Now, a 30-ounce or 29-ounce can of pumpkin. And I'm sure our pie crusts are probably about done, but we got to get this in. Okay, got it all in there. Set it aside and I'll mix it up. Okay, now the other thing that I'm going to add, because I don't know, is a friend of mine, Mr. Honey Badger, told me to add black pepper to my pumpkin pie because it would be amazing. That's what he does all the time. And I thought, well, since I'm experimenting anyway, why not? So I got some black pepper right here. I don't know how much. Let's go a teaspoon and a half, or teaspoonish. That should be good. A little bit will go a long way, I think. So let's get this mixed in. All right, let's go over and check our pie crust because this is ready. Oh, forgot the main ingredient. Fireball. You get these little bottles like this. It calls for 6 ounces, but these little ones like this, 2 of these. Or 3 if you have 1 for yourself and 2 for the pie. Okay. Ooh, that smells good. Give that a good stir. All right. Now let's go over here and check our pies. Yep, looks just like I wanted it. Looks really good, right? Now the idea being I don't have to take that out of there, I can just spill it everywhere else. That is a deep dish pie crust. Okay. And we'll spin this around to there. Probably could pick up and spin. Oops. Right to there. Okay. Yep. Let's go. Let's check the other one. Give you the overhead view here. Now with this system, there is a chance that I can get ash everywhere. Probably not the best idea, but I've done dumber. All right. Don't know what happened there. This one's not as, might need some more coals on it. But let's go ahead and dump it in the center. That one definitely needs more heat. Go ahead and turn that lid. All right, so we've been about 45 minutes, and I can tell you I'm not a fan of these char logs. I've had to keep replacing them and keep moving them around to keep my heat consistent. I'm just not a big fan of them, but anyway, if you've had experience with them and you like them or don't like them, put it in the comments. we'll talk about it. But let's take a look here. I removed all the logs off of this one. Let's take a look. See, let me pull you around to the back side. Okay. Pull this off. See, it looks really good. Got good color around. I already poked it once. All the way down, come out clean. So we're gonna pull this off the heat. I'm gonna set it down here on the floor so I can take it inside. I will put the lid back on. I'm gonna dump all the coals off and then put the lid back on, just keep stuff from getting out of it. Let's check the other one. And the same thing, I pulled the coals off of it. Drop these over here. And then and I dusted it off. So this one looks pretty good. Looks like it's still gurgling and bubbling. Looks really good though, don't it? Let's see. I'd say that's pretty clean. So we'll take it off the heat as well. Now, because there's no handle, I have to use my hands. I'll set it over here on the table. Alright, so we've rested about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. So let's try to get this out of here. There we go. Alright, that's one. Let's get it back up on top of the trivet there. Okay, cool. Now we do have some stuff to clean up, and that's fine. I will handle that in a little bit. That dude is still hot. Let's move it aside. Stupid. And let's try this one. So this one we had the parchment paper folded, the other pieces, and it's down underneath the trivet as well. Got to be able to get a hold of it. So that one came out a whole lot better, whole lot easier. There we go. There we go. So we will get a taste test after they completely cool down, and we'll go from there. Take a little snappy snap, huh? What do y'all think of that? Well, here's the what was left in the that didn't get into the pie. I put it in the parchment paper and put it in the oven and baked it off, and let me tell you what. Woo-wee!
Shut your mouth like your grandma.
Down, 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 down. But yeah, there's some good eating. And honey badger, the black pepper, thumbs up on that one, buddy. So one pie went to some friends, and the other one got Thanksgiving. Didn't get a video of the actual taste test, but Cub said it was a little too bourbony for her. One of my buddies said that it was different, and he really enjoyed it. And my personal taste, after it sat like the next day in the refrigerator, the Splenda brown sugar actually seemed to caramelize a bit. So when it was mixed with the cinnamon whiskey, it gave it more of a bourbony flavor than the cinnamon. Cub's thought was she preferred the regular sugar version than this version. So y'all do what you want to do.
Thanks for watching. There's tools in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. You guys are awesome. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.